So here we have this VEVOR 28 liter 13-in-1 air fryer toaster oven. Now, full disclosure, this is a paid review, but the opinions in this video are my own. Alright, so this thing has a lot of features and it works really well, but it does have one pretty big problem, so let me give you a closer look at it. It came in this cardboard box with decent packaging, just a couple pieces of foam and this plastic bag. The door's also taped shut for extra protection. I haven't even used it yet, but I'm already really happy because it comes with these 3 trays, and you can fit all of them into the air fryer at the same time. They just slide in on these side rails. And not only that, but there's also this pizza tray that you can set on top just like this, as well as this rotisserie rod with this sort of tool to pull it out. It just kind of slots into here like this and then clips onto the other side. Seems pretty strong. Of course, it also comes with a user manual, and it also comes with these pretty heavy-duty rubber gloves, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of these. They just have a really bad smell to them. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this toaster oven, and then I'll go test it out and see how long it takes to toast bread, and then I'll also test out the air fry feature. There's a bit of venting on the top and sides, and then a little bit on the back here as well. There's a nice big handle and glass door on the front, easy to open. There's no seal around the edges though. And then on the inside, the pieces that actually heat up are going to be these 2 rods here, and there's also 2 on the top as well. And there's also this easily removable catch-all tray on the bottom that'll catch any spills or drips. It has these plastic feet on the bottom with non-slip rubber pads on them. It has a short 2-foot cord on the back, and I'll go ahead and plug this in so we can check out how it works. Once I plug it in, this screen lights up, it beeps a few times, and starts a fan. These knobs are plastic, and then I think the fronts are aluminum, and all 3 of them just infinitely rotate. Anyway, on the screen here, you can see there's a bunch of different settings to switch between, and to do that, you're just going to use this knob right here, and that will cycle through them. And you can see that each mode has its own time and temperature. And then the toast and bagel settings have a scale from 1 to 7 on how toasted you want it. And to change the time or temperature, that's what these 2 larger knobs are for. The top one changes the time, and then the bottom one will change the temperature. This one only goes down to 250, but it goes all the way up to 450. Also, if we have a preset setting here, let's set it to 250, and then we switch to a different mode and then switch back, it's going to reset to whatever that setting's supposed to be. Then of course there's 2 buttons here. This is the start and cancel button. Once you hit that, it'll start counting down. There's also this turbo convection button you can click, and a couple of the different settings have it preset to on. Also, this does have one special feature, and that's the roast mode here. If we go ahead and click start, we can see that the rotisserie rod slowly starts to rotate. Now, I do want to point out that this does have a pretty big issue, and that's that it doesn't have an on or off button. This screen will turn off after 30 seconds, but as you can probably hear, the fan just stays constantly on, and there's no way to turn it off unless you unplug it. And that's perfectly fine if you're just using this on a countertop, and you can easily reach an outlet to unplug and plug it in. But if you want to put this in a more tight area where you can't reach an outlet, then that creates a bit of a problem. But anyway, let's go cook some food. Alright, so I got it set up in my kitchen here, and I'm going to see how long it takes to toast these pieces of bread. I'll go ahead and select the toast setting, and we'll just try out that 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And here's what the toast looks like. It's not quite toasted yet. Looks like it needs a little bit more time. So I tried another 4 minutes, and that was quite a bit too much. You can see they're pretty crispy. Apart from that, though, they're pretty evenly toasted on both sides, maybe a little bit more on the bottom. Anyway, though, I'd say it'd take about 6 minutes to make some nice golden brown crispy toast, which means it does take just a little bit longer than a toaster, but honestly, I'm surprised at how fast it toasted it. And for large batches of toast, this thing is going to be much faster. Anyway, I also wanted to try out the air fry feature, so I put some frozen dino nuggets and fries into this basket and slid it in. Then I selected the air fry mode, edited the time to 15 minutes, and hit start. And it only took 10 minutes and they looked like they were done, so I stopped it there. That worked really well. It cooked them pretty fast. They also looked nice and crispy, and they tasted pretty crispy as well. Anyway, another issue I noticed while I was cooking these is that the door doesn't have anything to stop it, so if it's on a ledge like it is here, it's kind of going to bang the glass against the corner, which obviously is not so good. Also, the metal on this does get pretty hot, so you do have to be a little careful when you're using it. But yeah, overall, this toaster oven worked really well. I was also pretty surprised at how fast it toasted the toast, and the nuggets and fries cooked pretty fast as well. I really like all the trays it comes with. They're super helpful. The fact that this doesn't have an off button to turn off the fan is a pretty big issue, but as long as you can put it somewhere where you can pretty easily plug and unplug it, then it'll work great.